Hello and welcome to Sitting Down with Schneider. Today is April 21st, and today we are going to be going back and sitting in with a Liberty High School senior, Jared deFremery. Let's bring Jared in right now. There he is. Jared, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing really well, man. Long time no see. How you been?
I've been good. Just trying to grind out through senior year till it got put on hold, I guess.
Yeah, I got put on hold just a teeny bit, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Like fourth quarter was on hold. So
My goodness. Hey, Jared, before I ask any questions or we move on, are you okay with me recording this and putting it on the YouTube channel?
yeah, if you're willing to have me for sure.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. So, Jared, tell us a little bit about yourself, stuff you're involved in. Just let us get to know Jared a teeny bit before we move on.
So I'm a senior this year at Liberty High School. The last 4 years of my high school career, I've been really involved with F.F.A. So that's a huge thing that I do. Outside of school, I fish competitive bass tournaments and I help work on my family's ranch. And other than that, just hang out with friends, and that's about my life. So pretty simple.
Yeah. How you been holding up during all this shelter in place?
I've been holding in there. I haven't started to read any books yet, so I guess I'm not too bored. But it's definitely a change of pace and a little bit different than what I'm used to. So just trying to
Is
make the
that
best of it.
your is that your barometer? You'll know you've hit a point where you're feeling the boredom when you start sitting down and reading more books.
If I start reading books, we know something's getting bad. So we're not there yet. So we're holding out okay.
So, Jared, I'd be interested to know. You mentioned that you're super involved in FFA, and like you said, you fish competitively. So, how has that
Yeah.
been impacted by all of this shelter in place and the quarantine?
So I had state championships set up for May 3rd. That was our date for the high school state championships where all the teams from California, the high school kids come and compete. And that got, well, canceled, but they're trying to figure out a day to kind of get that started back up again and give us the opportunity to fish and get that done. Because all of the fishing that we've done throughout the year, which is mostly in the wintertime and stuff, so that was fine. However, our state championship, the big one, happened to fall during this quarantine that we're in. So right now, I'm not fishing any tournaments because they're all done. Have still been getting to go out and do a little bit of fishing here and there, but they did just close down all the lakes. So the fishing, I mean, this is the time of year that we all look forward to. I mean, they're all spawning, and so this is the time that fishing's good. So all the tournaments have been shut down, so that's kind of a bum. But that's how
Yeah,
it
I
goes.
mean, gearing up through that, all the way through high school and everything, and there's really no way around it. But what I like about what you said was you said cancel, but it almost seemed like in quotation marks. It's like it's more postponed. Like they're gonna try and find a
I
time when you
think,
can do that. Is that what I heard?
yeah, I mean, I think everyone's in the same position that we are, right? Everyone's quarantined, everyone's not enjoying it, but that's the point that we're at now. We got to make the most of it. And I think that the people in power of everything, the governor, everything like that, everyone's really trying to do their best to try and keep things normal. And if we can't now, then at least let's not cancel these events that people have been looking forward to, preparing for. Let's just see if we can push them off to further down the road where we can still go back to it and have these kids, have these individuals get to do the things that they've been working hard for. So it's not a complete letdown. You know what I mean? So credit to the people in charge that are really trying to keep that going, because that's a big plus.
Yeah, I mean, there's such a difference in cancel as opposed to, hey, we're
Postpone.
gonna we're gonna sit on this a bit and hopefully it'll clear and we'll get that opportunity. And it's really cool that you're able to see that. And I think a lot of people are seeing that, just not giving in, just trying to be patient.
I think that's the biggest thing, right? I mean, we're all in this situation together. So if we can all come together and realize I mean, we're still fortunate to have the things that we do have right now. I mean, if we can put it off and don't have to cancel it, that's a huge positive. We got to make the best of the situation that we're in. And I think putting things off and still giving people things to look forward to when this is all over is a great way to go about doing that.
Yeah, I agree. So you also mentioned, within 4-H, we've talked about the fishing, but within 4-H, I know you guys do, like, you show your animals and things like that. How's that been impacted by all of this?
So that is one thing that is completely done. So that, I mean, I bought my pig. I show a pig every year through F.F.A, and we got an email about 2 weeks ago saying the fair has been shut down. We are not going to have anyone on fairgrounds. You are not allowed to show your animal. You are not allowed to sell your animal here. And I mean, that was probably the biggest blow that I've had because of all this. Just the investment, not just the money that I've put in, but the time. I mean, I'm spending 3 hours a day with that animal, just exercising it, getting it comfortable, just, trying to make the best out of it, trying to make the best animal, giving it the best life I can. And then to get the email that it's canceled, all that money that I put into it, all that time.
Yeah, there's a finality there that's a little bit rougher. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, that's something, we can't hold on to those pigs and show them when they're 600 pounds when all this is over. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
that one you can't postpone. I mean, when you can go, there's still going to be fish to fish for, right, in the tournament. But like you said, the pig, you gear towards that time when you can show them. I mean, I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about. From what I'm hearing you say, like you could show them and then.
We buy these pigs at a certain time of year so they'll be the right weight to get the best product to the consumer in the long run. So we can't push it past that deadline. I mean, we want them to have a good quality of life. We don't want them getting too big. We want the people to have a good product at the end. And so pushing that off really wouldn't be fair to the animal, to the consumer, anything like that. And the way I'm trying to look at it, although it is a bummer, it's my senior year, the last one I'm ever going to get to do, right? I'm looking at it as my dad farms. So I'm looking at it as he faces these challenges in the market all the time where if something comes up, your price is going to drop. I mean, that's life. That's not just farming, right? That's anything. I mean, you could have a project going on in construction and something like this hits. Boom. You got to lay people off. You're out of work for a month, postponed. You can't finish a project, anything like that. That's how I'm looking at it, is just like, I'm 18. I'm getting a huge life experience through this thing of not everything's going to go the way the plans are written. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to look at it like that and make the most out of it. I'm contacting people that I had interested in purchasing it, trying to see if I can still get it sold. And our F.F.A teachers have really worked on getting an online auction together. So some kids, can sell their animals that otherwise may not have the chance without fair being there. So
Again, just another example of people thinking creatively as far as the teachers. And then your take on that, Jared, is it's such a, I didn't even think of that angle. Like, this is what you're going to be doing, right? And that idea of no one wants this kind of life lesson, but if you're going to get the life lesson, at least looking at it as this is a very real thing. You can't control economic factors and you can't, environmental factors. And so taking it as as disheartening as it is, to take it as a huge learning lesson, man, what a way to
and I think we have to, kind of thing, right? Like, I think about it and I'm like, I still got my parents, right? Like, if I don't sell this pig, it's not like I'm going to go hungry. Whereas, like, there's other people out there, like, if they don't get to go to work, what's happening? Like, they're not making their house payment, paying their rent. They're not being able to put food on the table. And I mean, those are the people that I feel bad for. At the end of the day, I'm just an 18-year-old kid that does this for a little bit of college money and for the experience.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not hitting me hard like it's hitting some of these people that just, like, having to work, having to sell their stuff is a way of life for them. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Very, very solid reality check that you got going there. Amazing.
I think it's all hitting us, everyone, no matter what you do. I mean, it's just one of those things. We can't control it. No control over it. Can't make it go away. just keep doing what we're doing and try and find the good in it. Cause otherwise I might start reading books,
don't,
So
don't get there, man. No, whatever. I'm just kidding. As a teacher, I shouldn't be like, don't read books. We're obviously joking. You said that you're also able to, some of your time is spent, you're able to still help with your dad out on the ranch.
yeah, luckily for me, that's something I'm still able to do. So I'm still able to make a little bit of money out there, help them out. And out there, that's social distancing to the finest. I got 120 acres to myself every day. So
yeah, no
that's
problem
all.
with distancing out there at all.
It's nice for me to get out of the house. I'm a social person. That I need my interactions. So me being cooped up in a house all day, it gets a little tough. So
Yeah,
getting
thank
out and
goodness.
some of that stuff really helps.
Yeah, thank goodness for the work in the ranch. Hey, so
Right.
Jared, tell us all where you're heading next year for college.
So I'm headed to Lubbock, Texas, and I'm going to study ag business at Texas Tech University next year. So
Excellent, excellent.
a
So
little bit of
continuing. I'm sorry, keep going.
a move, but we'll make the best of it, and it should all work out.
Have you been able to do any online like orientations or anything with the college, or do they do that?
So I got an email probably about a week ago now. I was set my orientation date. We don't start till August 27th there, and we're on the semester system. And I got an email about a week ago saying your orientation in July has been canceled. So I was just like, oh,
Another thing,
another
right?
thing, right? Not another thing. So it'll be online the same days, but it'll be virtual now. It'll be through
Yeah.
Zoom, not getting to go to the campus and hang out with everyone. But
I think a lot of colleges are just saying, let's do that. It buys everybody that a little more time, through June, through July, and then hopefully in August we can all start up again.
Yeah. And I think that's the biggest thing, right? Is they want to get ahead of it, so we're not doing this next school year too. You know what I mean? They want to, hey, stay away, keep your distance, do the stuff online that you can, and then we'll come back and hard when we're not going to get hit with this thing again.
Let's get this thing totally cleared up and then hit the ground running. Yeah.
So.
All right, Jared. Well, hey, thank you so much for sitting down, man. That insight onto the working, what it feels like to deal with that real life situation, and just the honesty there was something that probably not a ton of people are aware of. So I just really appreciate how candid and honest you were with that. And it was just great to sit down and chat with you, man. I mean,
yeah,
it's been how many, it's been an awfully long time since I've been able to sit down and talk this long with you. So can't help but look at you and think about that duty song, man. It just still resonates with me from Greece.
But somehow found the end perfectly, right?
No, so. Every time. Kind of like this, right? You just navigate, you figure it out, and you hit the end perfectly. That's what we're going to do, right?
That's it, right? Do what you can, and hopefully you come out in the right spot. So.
Oh, my goodness. Yep. All right, man. Well, you have a great evening. Say hi to the fam for me, okay?
You as well. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Jared.
Yep.